Hey, good morning, you guys. Hey, I've had a lot of you guys ask why I don't do any fly tying videos anymore, and then a lot of you guys have been wanting to know what would be a top fly if you ever visit Alaska. So I call this the All Alaska Fly right here, you guys. And Alaska, it's a little bit different than a lot of places as far as your salmon go, you guys. Your salmon love bright colors. And a lot of your other fish like bright colors too. But really, if I had to pick one fly for Alaska, Alaska really, the fish love purple and pink, you guys. So you can see this purple and pink. This is called marabou right here. And those are probably the two most used colors as far as salmon fishing, in my opinion. But anyway, this is what I call the All Alaska, and this is a little lead dumbbell eye, and I'm going to put that eye on a little bit back from the front of the shank of the hook, or from the eyelet of the hook. You can see it. So I got to take my glasses off, guys. I'm getting old, and try to bring this a little closer. But you can see the little yellow eye on there, and what you do is you just crisscross over this eye. And then what I do is I'll go around one side of the eye and then cinch it down. And then I'll go around the opposite side of the eye and then cinch it down. And that way your eye is not going to spin on you. And so you've got your eye on. What that does, guys, is it allows that fly to jig in the water. So as you strip it in or reel it in, it'll jig and it will turn those salmon to the point where they want to strike at it out of aggression. So anyway, I've got my eyes on, guys, and then I'm going to take a piece of marabou here, and it doesn't really matter what kind you use as far as the consistency of the marabou. And then you're going to take your fingers, strip it up, and rule of thumb with any fly, guys, as you look at the length of your hook, you want your tail see how long that is there, and you want it about about half of the length of your hook. So if you look at your hook, you think, okay, that's about half, and that's kind of rule of thumb as far as your tail goes. So then you're going to go ahead and tie that on, and you should really try to tie these wraps pretty tight, guys. The salmon, after you catch 3 or 4 of them on one fly, if your fly even lasts that long before you break it off. So you've got your tail on. Then what I like to do is I come all the way back up to the front where my eyes are, and this is called Crystal Flash, you guys, and again it's pink. And so I will just cut off a little piece, and I like a little body in my flies, not too much. And so what I'm going to do is start it up here, and then it will strip all the way down the hook, and then I'm going to wrap over the top of it so it gives my fly a little bit more body. And you want to wrap this pretty tight all the way down, guys. So you're going to wrap it all the way to the back, and then all the way back up to the front. And then you're just going to wrap this stuff on the shank of your hook to give it some body and also some flash. You guys, this stuff has like a prism on it so that it flashes in a lot of different directions. So then you're going to leave a little gap right here, guys, because when you put your little head on it, you want some resistance right here that's going to bring your head up. And so again, it's going to give your fly a little bit more resistance, and it's going to give it more movement in the water. And so really simple fly, guys. Interesting story about me, guys. When I was in my early 20s, I guided a guy named Willie. He owned Willie boats, and I actually traded him 5,000 flies for a brand new drift boat. So I would travel the world, the United States. I've never been out across seas or anything. And I would take endemic seines on all the rivers of the West. And then I would take the aquatics, put them in a 10-gallon fish aquarium where I was camping, and then I'd study the aquatics. And basically with your aquatics, guys, you have an egg state, then it goes to what is a pupa, then a nymph. From the nymph, it goes to an emerger where it's coming up out of the water from underneath the rocks, and then it comes to an adult. then it lives its adult life, and then it's what's called a spent fly, and that means they'll lay their wings out flat on the water and they'll die, and that's pretty much the life cycle. Flies like these, there's really no living creature that looks like these. They could be kind of a example of maybe a shrimp pattern, but the salmon, really, the Alaskan flies, especially for your salmon, there's really nothing that realistically matches them. Mostly they're just put there to antagonize the salmon. So guys, I doubled that up and I have 2 pieces of marabou. And with your crown on this fly, you want it about the same length as your fly. So I'll put that on there, kind of measure it, clip it off, and then I'm going to tie it on. You'll see what I mean, how this is going to taper up, where I left a little gap right here. See when I cinch it down, how it's going to stay going up. And that's really what you want, guys. And then when it's in the water, when you're bringing it in, that will pulsate. And then I like to put a little pink thread on the front, just to give it a little bit more color. And then I learned this, guys, years ago. You can use a tool called a whip finisher. It's a little tool, and it spins your knots on here. Or you could do a half hitch, like this is a half hitch. You just turn your line on your finger, and there's a half hitch knot. But this is called the whip finish right here, guys. So what you do is take your 2 fingers, put it on your string, and then you pull your left hand over, twist these 2 fingers, and then turn them around, and see how you have that loop? Then you can take that loop and you can just keep on twisting. So that's 2 knots, 3 knots, 4 knots, 5 knots, 6 knots. So now you've got 6 knots on that fly, guys, and it's not going anywhere. So that is what I call the All Alaska fly, guys. It's a beautiful fly. You can see how it will pulsate in the water when it goes forward. You can imagine the current of the water. And that's really what gets those fish's attention. So anyway, guys, that is the one fly that will catch any and every fish in the freshwater in Alaska. It will catch your salmon, steelhead, dolly varden, Arctic char, all 5 species of salmon. The sockeyes are a little tougher on a fly this big. You want something a little smaller for the sockeyes, but they will hit it. Your steelhead will hit it. Grayling will hit it. Pretty much anything and everything in Alaska will hit that fly, guys. Anyway, I wanted to share a really cool fly with you guys, and I'm just getting ready to take off, do some fishing. I'll show you my messy fly tying table right here, and there's outside where I'm camped at, up here in the wilderness of Alaska. And anyway, guys, you guys have an awesome day today, and sending you a great big huge smile from here at the Fly Vice. And if you guys have anything you want me to tie from Alaska, any kind of streamers or egg patterns or anything like that, guys, let me know. I really enjoy tying flies and sharing some of this stuff with you guys, and if I can help you in any way, guys, I'm more than happy to anytime. All right, you guys have a super awesome day, and send you a great big huge smile from here at the Fly Vice. Hey, I can put my glasses back on now so I can see you. Oh, hey, it's a whole new world. Anyway, you guys have an awesome day. Okay, see you guys. Okay, bye.